and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got Lewis. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He gets it to Humphreys. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Monday, down. 180. 54. Hey, 734.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On second and 11 now. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Yo, Chief. 6'6", bullet high. Check 99. Shoot!
are now on first down. They'll roll him out right, and it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And he finds Corey Davis.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Monday down. 180. Raider 9. What we got?
Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's caught. Humphreys. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Come on. Back. Check nickel.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Tighten up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Alert 3.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I'm coming after you. No. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Try. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah. You can't block me.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Derrick Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. They'll run forward with Henry, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
General West. Whip. Watch the whip.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Caught by Jones. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch out right now. Watch out.
637. 5. Greystone travel.
Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
2 draw Corkers.
Check. Check out.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
24's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
24's the mic.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Carr. This is caught. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Carr going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Let's go, D.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit into football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
218, chop it. Watch the shot. You're mine. This way, Chief.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down, Tennessee.
Check. Go. 24 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go. Watch the slant. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Bridgewater. He's got Lewis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Bridgewater sets up the screen to Lewis. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
24 is the mic.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He gets it to Humphreys. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Check 37.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. That it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
third down, Bridgewater. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 18 yards to pick up there.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Right down. 180. Sit it down. 54. It's just warm up. Protein spill. Deuce. Check. Raider 1.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
80 weapon.
I smell fear in that offense.
You go tight. You got tight. What's it on?
Now Carr maybe with a free play.
Watch the safety screen. Check.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Deuce right, Chief. Raider 8. Check. Lucky.
On first down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kamale Correa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kamale Correa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
54. Mike 54. 618. Slam. Hey, 734. Watch twist.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Watch the tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Rip left, rip left. Chance. A little flare, flare. Check it.
They get it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Right now. Rush in.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Jumper.
Again, it's Henry. Uses the stiff arm. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Shift. Watch twist. Check 3. Check 26, check 24.
A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Twist. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing. Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Go. On me.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr gives to Richard. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Richard. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Oakland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.